Okay, so good afternoon, Sas and Mas. I want to quickly share for us my HRO dashboard and how I was able to navigate through it. Let me quickly share my screen so that we'll be able to see what I've been able to do. So now I'm sharing my screen. So now I am sharing my screen and this is my HRO board, this dashboard. This is what it looks like. And previously we've been able to format all these things. So if you see here, I was able to get the average age, which already we've calculated to be 36.9, the employment rate, the total employees, the total attrition, um, the active employees, the attrition rate, the attrition by gender, the attrition by age distribution by gender. We have attrition by department. We have okay, I just included this overtime by active employees, those who worked overtime and those who didn't work overtime, and also the job satisfaction against rules. I was able to capture all the KPIs we were asked to do, and then because of the little space that I have here, I now included those who did overtime and then those who didn't do overtime. So now, first thing that we were asked to do was to go and get what is it called? Um, Using there was a time we were given visuals for Power BI. So this background you see here now, this background where my mouse is hovering, is from the visuals. So let me quickly go back to the visuals and show us what we did. Okay, so now one of the things that we did was we were given this particular image and we said that we're going to recreate this image, right? We're going to recreate exactly what is here using one of those visuals. Now, this is what we did. We opened our PowerPoint where we have our visuals. This is already the one I've created. Now, what I want to do is I want to recreate exactly this same thing. Now, I'll create a new blank page, which is new slide. This is my new slide. I'll click here. I'll delete. I'll also click here. I'll delete. And then I would click on insert. I want to bring in the one that we've already, sorry, the image that we've downloaded. So I'll click on pictures, this device. I'll go and locate it from where it is saved in my system. Now, it is saved under Tableau dataset in my system. That is why I saved it. Tableau dataset, sorry. Now, this is the image that I want to recreate. I'll click on insert. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is to make sure that um, it fits, like it covers the white background. So I'll just click and then drag. After which, the next thing that I want to do is I want to start recreating this thing now. Everything here, that is what I want to recreate. Now, this is the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to insert shape. I'll go to insert again, then shapes. I'll look for a curve, the one that has the curved edges, which is this one, rectangle, rounded corners, rectangle, rounded corners. I would start from the edge here, and then I would click and drag. The next thing I'm going to do is to make sure that it gets to the edges of this, then also the top, and also the bottom. So now, this yellow pointer here, I am going to use it to make sure that these edges, like if you can see, we have this edge here, yeah, that you're still seeing. So I'm going to click on this and use this yellow pointer. When I click and drag, it will keep expanding until I make sure that this side has been covered, right? Now, is remaining this side. Let me click and drag this. This is covered. Let me click and drag the top a little bit. Everything is covered, right? Now, I'll click this, move it down. I want the color of the background, like this, we call it ash color, to come into this. It's simple. I will click on this, then I will go to shape. Uh, I'll go to shape fill and then shape outline. This is shape outline, no outline. Okay, so sorry for that. I was trying to make sure that we see what I'm doing. So now I would let me drag this down a bit. Okay, let me drag this down a bit. Now, remember I said I am clicking here, right? On this. Then I'll go to shape view. I've gone to shape outline and then I said no outline. Outline means the borders. We don't want anything to be at the borders. Then I would now click on shape view and we're not going to use no fill. If we say no fill, it will disappear. But now we are going to use eyedropper. Now this eyedropper is, we want this background to be inside it. Immediately we click on it, it changes to the color of the background. Now we've been able to get this background. Let me show you the background. I mean, this background. Now, this particular background, the one I'm marking, right? Now, let's now the next thing we're going to do is to be able to create all these shapes and boxes and inside it. We still go back to our insert. We still go back to our insert, which is this. I'm just going to quickly insert the shapes we need, and the shapes are the same thing. Is just this, and then I will insert one, and we can now from there continue editing our work. Uh, I don't know where I will drop this so that, okay, let me drop it there. So now I'll click on this. The first thing we are doing, okay, I think we have to insert this one. You can see that this one is a rectangle that just one side of the corners is curved. We come back to insert. Where is our shapes? This is our shapes, and I will look for it. I will look for that one that just one side of it is. So it is this one. Now I'll click and I'll draw. The next thing for me to do is, we have this and then we have this, we have this. But I won't be looking at this place at this point in time. So I already opened it as a picture. I'll be looking at it from the picture and then be using it to edit. The colors, we'll be able to do that. Now, we'll click and hold down this rotate button. You can also hold down your shift button so that it would be at the center. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you drag this up, and then that's to fit the shape and the size, and then to drag this down. Even as you're dragging it, it will be telling you, like the marks will be, it will be telling you about the whether it's fitting or not. Now you drag this to the extreme. Now this, you've done this one, just move it up a little bit. You've been able to get this one, and the color for this one is this color. Like, let me show you from okay, the color for this, drag a little bit this way, and the color for this one is this. We're using this. So you go to shape outline, no outline, shape view, eyedropper. Eyedropper, you're clicking on this. Immediately you click on it, it changes to that color, right? I hope this is the color we are using. Okay. You click and then you move to the extreme. This is just how to format this. Let me quickly check the colors that we are using again so that we'll be sure that these are the colors that we are using. Okay, let me check from here. Okay, that's the color we are using. But then this is what I did. This background, this background, I changed it to black and then use this particular color here to fill this one. So let's do that and see what we'll be able to get. Let's do that and see what we'll be able to get. So now I would first of all click on this one, go back to, when I'm clicking it, I'll go back to my shape fill. That is, I'll go back to shape format, which is this, and then this is my shape fill, and then I'm using the eyedropper so that it will be this, and then you can see that is now everything is now looking the same. But then this is what I'm going to do. I would click on this one and then go to shape fill and use black. Now I've gotten this, and sorry, and I have this one. Then the next thing I would want to do is this. Let me start formatting them, the images, and I will just this one, bring it a little bit to this place, and I would control DDG as many times as possible, how many things that you want to edit, and then we proceed. So this one now is here, and then something like this. You can duplicate this one since it's the same size. You bring it here. Now you are duplicating with Control D. Now the next thing that you want to do is still this same size. You duplicate again, and this time you are going to make sure you are going to reduce it. So you are duplicating this one again, and you drag it and bring it down, something of this form. So for this now, you are going to make sure that it's the same size with this one. The marks will be showing you that, okay, what you're doing is right. And then you're going to make sure that it's the same size with this one. Now, I think we have so much space in between this place and this side. So let's try and reduce the space. You can use your control button or you can drag as the case may be, or however you want it. Yep. Then this, and then we move this way, and we also move this way. As I'm moving it, please make sure that everything aligns. Okay, so now we have this one, this one, and this one. This still doesn't align. You don't want to be using, you can just click, hold down, and you can see what's showing me. So everything aligns now. And then the next thing that we would want to do is the colors of this, right? Or let's finish at once, then we'll be able to format the shapes. So now for this one, I am going to increase it and make sure that it gets to this place. My red line is showing me that I have, and this one, and click this and drag it up. My red line is showing me the spaces in between, and this one, click and probably drag it down to a little bit more here. So now if you notice, you see that these our shapes, they have their curved edges is too much. I'll start from this one, and then I'll click on the yellow, drag up, start on this one, sorry, Control Z, click on the yellow and drag up, not too much, start on this, click on the yellow and drag, not too much. Do same thing for this one. Click on the yellow and drag, not too much. Now the same thing for this one. Click on the yellow and drag, not too much, but then the space in between is too much for me, so I would click on this and drag it down a bit. Right, now we have this and this. So the next thing that we are going to do is we want to look at where I am looking at. This is what we want to recreate. So we want to get the 2 at the bottom. I'll drag this to this place. So this is the 2 that I want to format. I'll click on this, drag, extend the space, click here, drag, click, and then drag. 2 of them should be equal at the end of the day. It's telling me the spaces are equal now. I'll do the same thing for this one. Click, send to the right. This one is small. I'll reduce it. And then it's telling me the spaces, or showing me the spaces instead. And we have this. Now, what we need to do is to this gap in between them, they are now equal, and this one is equal. So the next thing I would want to do is I want to keep adjusting this and adjusting this. So I have equal spaces between them, but I'm not sure that these 2 things are equal. So what do I do, or how do I know that they are equal? So I'll come to my shape format, which is this. My shape format is here. I'll click on it, and then for this one, it's showing me that my height is 5.27 cm and then my width is 8.24 cm. Let me check this one. This one my height is 5.27, and this one my height is 5.38. So I need to get my height for this one to 5.38. I'll come here. I would remove this to 5.38. Click on enter, and then I'll come here, click on this one. It's telling me that my my width is 8.72, and this one my width is 8.24. So I'll come here and I would say 8.30 for each of them. 30, enter, and then come here, and this one let's make it 8.70. 8.70, click on enter, and then come here, 8.70, and I'll click on enter. Now you can see that this one is shooting out, right? And this one is here, and this one is here. So normally what I normally do is, instead of, I'll just keep using here to format. So I can make this one to be 8.50, 8.55, and make this one to be 8.5 also. 8.5. I'll click on enter. So this shooting out that is here, I'll just click. As you can see, it's telling me that everything is now okay. But then the curved edges is still too much. Normally click on the yellow and then drag. Come here again, click on this one, click on the yellow and drag. Now we have that. So the next thing I want to do is I want to format these 2 places, these 2 sides. I'll come back here again, and I'll click on this. I'll drag and expand to here. I'll drag and expand to here, and then I'll drag down to here, and I'll drag down to somewhere here is more than, or somewhere here, right? I'll Control D, duplicate it again. Now I want to first reduce this size before taking it up. Reduce this one before taking it up, so that to be able to fit in here. Now we've fitted here, and we need to fit up. We fitted up, and we need to fit the side. We fitted the side. Now we need to make a little space in between the both of them. Now this is okay. So the next thing we have to do is to reduce the curved edges, which is clicking on the yellow, and then also clicking on this and adjusting it, not too much so that it doesn't become a square. Now this is what we have. So let's quickly go back, shape format. So now our shape fill, you already know what our shape fill is. We're using eyedrop. Just click on this, it changes. Then our shape, then our shape outline, we don't want any outline. We do the same thing for this shape fill. We're using eyedrop. What is eyedrop? Then our shape outline, we said no outline. We do this for this outline. We don't need any outline, but we want the fill to be this. We want the fill to be this, no outline. We want the fill to be this, no outline. We want the fill to be this, no outline. We want the fill to be, look at where I'm clicking on the paint, like on the bucket itself. This, then because I've already said no outline, I'll just click on this. The same thing, the fill should be this, the outline should be this. The same thing for this one, the fill should be this, the outline should be this. Now we are done. Actually, we are done. But maybe I'd want to change this one to colors, to something else. Let's say I want to change this one to red. I'll come here and choose the red I want. Maybe this red. Or this one. Okay, let's use this one. And then this one to be this particular shade of orange, which is this. Then this is what we have. This is the one I created yesterday, and this is the one we just created now, right? Now we will need to save this to be a picture, because remember, we're still going back to our Tableau to import it. So how do we do that? Now, come to File. When you click on File, you would click on Save As. Now, where do you want it to be saved to? I want it to be saved to, no, not Visual Resources this time, but this PC. Let me open my Visual Resources, but I don't want it to be saved on my Visual Resources. I want it to be saved on my Tableau data set. So I'll look for Tableau data set. Now I'll open it. But you are seeing this, let me name it as Tableau Dashboard 2. Tableau Dashboard 2, right? Now, this place you're seeing PowerPoint presentation. We're not going to save it as PowerPoint presentation. We'll click on this drop down. You will see JPEG file interchange format. That's JPG. You click on it. Immediately you click on save, it will now ask you which slide do you want to save. Is it all the slides or is it the current one that you just worked on? So I want to save the current one I just worked on, which is this one. Immediately I click on it, it has saved. Now you might want to leave this that you have formatted here and use it for a later day, which in this case I think I would want to use it. But then let me differentiate this so that I will know that okay, this is the one I just worked on today by coming here, clicking on shape format, shape view. So I want to use a green for it for today. So I'll come here, I'll click on save. I think I've saved this, right? Now let's go back to our Tableau. So this is, close this, close this. Now this is our Tableau. We are back to our Tableau. I want to bring it into my Tableau and start working again. I want to bring it into my Tableau and start working. So I'm going to create a new dashboard. I'm going to create a new dashboard here, and I would come to this. This is my new dashboard. This is new sheet, and then this is new dashboard. So immediately I click on it, I have this. Now, the first thing I need to do is I need to format my dashboard. You see this white area now, this white area, this place my mouse is hovering. You have another empty space here, and then you have this one now. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on this. This is the format where you change the sizes. Now, I would click on the range and I'll click on fixed size. And I'll say let the width is from down to, sorry, the width is from this place my mouse is to the end of this my screen, that is horizontally. Then the height is vertically from here my mouse is to here that my mouse is. Then this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say let the width be I want the width to be horizontally because of my small screen. I think 950 works for me. I'll click on enter. Okay. Let me change the height first. I think 950 or 850 works for the height. Okay, no. So it should be 850. 850. I don't want to be scrolling along. So I'll choose 850 here and then enter. The scroll bar by the side of my screen have gone off, and then 1000. So the width should be 1950, or no, is it up to 1950 or 1000? Let me check 1450 first. Okay, I still need a little bit more. Let me check 1700 or 1850 once and for all. Okay, it will scroll at 1850. So let me check 1700. 1700 is still scrolling. Let me check 1600. 1600 is not scrolling, but I still have an empty space here. So what I'm going to do is let me check 1650. So 1650. Yeah, so this is my dashboard. Everything is there, right? I've been able to format my dashboard and what is it called, this size, right? So now I'll come back to the tilde, and this is my dashboard, right? I'll click on dashboard and I'll see format. I want to change the background, this background to a dark background, I'll just click on this. Automatically, my dashboard is now a dark background. I'll close this. Now, this place you are seeing, this your object space, you click on it and then you see image, right? Now, you double click on the image, wait for it. Now, it will tell you choose image. You see choose image and you click on fit to screen and center image, choose image. I am going to bring the one that we did today from Tableau dataset, and we said Tableau dashboard 2. I'll click on open, and I already said fit to image and this. I'll click on